All right. If it sounds better, we're going to try it. We're going to try it out. All right. I believe that I'm actually recording. So let's go ahead and try to check out this BAND-MAID video. Moratorium. This is going to be a new one for me. And it's a live video, which is my favorite versions from BAND-MAID. I'm a big fan of their live videos. So you're coming in both ears. Ooh, baby, I figured it out. Oh, my God, do I feel so excited right now that I figured something out on my own without even having to look it up. Look at that, guys. I am one step closer to being an audio engineer one day. Never gonna happen. I would have to go like do some serious note studying from Jesse from probably months and months and months before I could ever like get that kind of level of knowledge. Like I said, those guys, like the way that they wrap their brains around that is beyond my level of expertise. So let's go ahead and check out this BAND-MAID video. I think this is off a little bit. Let me go ahead and move that up. That way I think you guys can see the whole video. All right, cool. Let's check it out. Oh my God, this is different already. This is definitely like reminds me of like what I like fell in love with BAND-MAID like in the first place. Like there's something about the overall aesthetic of them like all just looking like so sweet and like see, I don't want to use the wrong words here, but like the words sweet and like tiny come to mind and like delicate, if you will. But I don't want to call them delicate because like they're obviously very badass, and I feel like there's like so much energy that they have like in their music with their riffs. Like there's like this raw kind of like metal feel to it, like where this song like gives you all that feeling. And I feel like the way that they've kind of like given you like the camera shots, like the way that they've zoomed the video. I don't even know if this is like a professional like BAND-MAID video, but it, like the way that they've done it is extremely, extremely cool. And I've always thought that like the way that they've done like the lights and stuff like that at their shows was really good, and I feel like that's like highlighting it as well. When it comes to like their stuff that's like non-English, it's hard for me to like kind of really engage with like what the overall tone and the message of the songs are. I just really focus on kind of like the overall like energy of the overall like emotion that I'm feeling from the performances, and that's why I really like the live performances better, because I feel like I can still feel them in a way, even though I might not understand in the moment like what they're talking about. Oh my god, I feel like that song kind of like re-energized like my excitement for BAND-MAID, like for sure. That there's something about that melody of them just kind of singing that little whoa oh oh part. Like I said, I know it's simple, and I know that like a lot of times like it's an easy like gap and an easy way to kind of fill in like some stuff in a song that is more or less typically used for filler. But I don't really feel like BAND-MAID really does it a lot. There's like a lot of substance to their songs. Like if I was gonna go and read the lyrics of like that song, I'm sure there's a lot of depth to it, and it feels kind of like an overall like an anthem and like a triumphant kind of song, and it has like that kind of vibe and energy to it. You could tell that everybody in the crowd was ready for this one. Like they were like excited and ready to go. Like if I had to guess, maybe it might be like one of their older songs. I'm gonna go ahead and check the chat and see what you guys have been saying, and that we can kind of go from there. Coming in from both ears, awesome. You're so techie. Yes, I know. I'm a tech god now. You know what I mean? Like I got it all figured out now, guys. So, don't even worry about it. What's going on, my friend? I'm Amaranthine 1000. I'm probably butchering your name. If there's one thing about me, guys, for sure, please always forgive me, is I'm probably going to say your name wrong. I will. I probably will. When your name is Terry, like Terry McIntyre, it's a lot easier for me to just be like, hey, what's going on, Terry? I know that name for sure, and I know I'm not going to pronounce it wrong. Bob, Miku calls that the gap. What you see is not what you get. Nobody expects maids to rock your face off. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say that I don't expect it now, because now I know who they are, obviously. But yeah, there's something about just their overall aesthetic and like how they just seem to be very genuine and sweet people, but have like they pack such a punch with their music and their energy in a way that like. I feel like a lot of like that Japanese culture is not so much like the Koreans, but there's a little bit of kind of like that like cutesy kind of like attitude, if you will, that like some of those other Asian countries also have. I think Japanese is a lot more not on that wave as much as Korea might be, but they also have their own kind of version of that. So like them being so like hardcore and tough is really cool at the same time, where they kind of have like that little soft anime side at the same time, where they're able to kind of dig into that a little bit, but also like have their own style at the end of the day. So that's I think what makes BAND-MAID the most unique band in that way. Kind of to me is I don't know any other band that really makes me like think about them the way that they do. But at the same time, maybe it's because I don't know as many other Japanese bands. There's a few of you guys that have been telling me I've been really sleeping on a lot of Japanese artists, and I probably am. I probably really am, because BAND-MAID is the only one I could even tell you off the bat that is from Japan. I've heard a few other names of some bands. I think like Love Bites, I think, is a Japanese band that somebody keeps trying to tell me I need to check out. Yeah, I think that's one of them. You are not really late to the party, my friend. You are definitely not. We are just getting going.